My mom has always loved my younger sister more than me. Even so, I tried my best to support my mom because I felt I owed her for raising me. But as soon as it was decided that my sister was coming back, my mom quickly pushed me away. She yelled at me, "Get out, you parasite. If that's what you want, I won't put up with you anymore. If you want to do this, I'm going to take out all the grudges I've held against you." My name is Emily and I'm 28 years old. After graduating from college, I got a decent job and lived with my mom. My dad passed away a few years ago and my sister is already married with her own family. I was planning to live on my own too, but when my sister got married, I decided to stay and take care of my mom. Looking back, my mom has always adored my younger sister, Selena. Selena is the complete opposite of me. She's cute and stylish. The only thing about her that bothers me is that she has a bad attitude, but her good looks seem to cover that up. She's good at handling life, while I'm just serious and hardworking. But to my mom, Selena is still the favorite. After Selena got married and left home, my mom often complained about me. She would say things like, "I wish I could live with Selena instead of you. Why is Selena so pretty but you have nothing to offer? Oh my God, I want to see Selena. I'm tired of seeing your face." Even though I'm working hard to support the family, my mom still treats me badly. "Mom, I know you think Selena is cute, but you don't have to say such hurtful things," I told her, feeling frustrated. My mom got angry and replied, "If you were as good as Selena, I wouldn't have to deal with this every day." I felt hurt and confused. "What do you mean you have to deal with this? You don't have any problems in your life, do you? We've been living in this house together, but it seems like nothing I do is ever good enough for her. Since Dad passed away, my mom has been treating me badly. When I tried to explain, she acted like I was just trying to do her a favor by saying I was helping. But that's not what I meant. I have no choice but to live with you. If Selena hadn't gotten married, I'd be living with her, not you," she said. We now live in a house that was rebuilt a few years before Dad died. It's not in my mom's name, but I'm the one paying off the remaining loan. Even so, my mom always compares me to Selena and insults me. Living with my mom, who says hateful things every time she sees me, has been really tough, but there's a reason I haven't given up on her. When Dad died, Mom was devastated. She cried for days, didn't eat well, and was completely worn out. Everyone around her was worried. I felt it was my duty to support her for Dad's sake. As her oldest daughter, I've always felt responsible for her. Even though I often get angry at my mom's harsh words and actions, I couldn't completely hate her. After Dad passed away, she was the only parent I had left. One day, Selena and her husband came over to our house. When Selena saw Mom, she made a shocking statement. "Mom, we're having a hard time. My husband lost his job, and we can't pay our apartment rent. We're struggling, and I can only rely on you now. Is it okay if we move in with you?" Mom was worried and quickly said yes. "Yes, of course. My lovely Selena is in trouble, and I have to help." Selena thanked Mom, saying, "Wow, thank you. I love you, Mom." Mom was thrilled, and they agreed to move in together without asking for my opinion. I wasn't happy with the situation, so I went to my mom and said, "Wait a minute, Mom, I live here too." Mom didn't change her expression at all and just said, "So?" I said, "You're bringing two people into the house all of a sudden. I have my own room. I don't care what you think." Mom replied, "The house is in my name, right?" "That's true, but I tried to argue." Mom sighed and said, "If you have a problem with it, you should leave." I was shocked. "What are you talking about?" Mom said, "I told you to leave. You're just a replacement for Selena. I don't need you here." I was hurt by her words. I've always taken care of Mom, but now she was cutting me off so easily. Selena, who left after getting married, was loved so much, while I, who supported Mom for years, was treated badly. I didn't understand why Mom was being so cruel. I was so frustrated and sad that I almost cried. Selena, with a sly smile, added, "Mom said you should get out too. She doesn't want you here anymore. If you don't leave, there won't be room for us. We don't need you." Selena and her husband started planning their move-in schedule, excitedly talking about it. They didn't care about me at all. Selena shouted at me, "What are you doing just standing there? I told you to get out. We don't need you here. Leave by the end of the week." I tried to keep my voice calm and agreed to leave. Meanwhile, Mom planned a short trip with Selena. She said, "You better move out by the time we get back from our trip." With that, Mom and Selena left. To them, I was just a distraction, and as long as Selena was around, I didn't matter. I decided that if they were going to treat me like this, I wouldn't put up with it anymore. I felt no sympathy for Mom and was determined to make things difficult for her. I decided to get back at them, so I quickly contacted a moving company and moved out while my mom and sister were away. The movers were curious and asked, "Why are you moving all this stuff?" I just smiled and said, I'm moving to company housing. I had heard that there were still openings in the company housing and had been invited to move in several times before, but I had turned them down because I was living with my mom. This time, I found out there were still vacancies, so I decided to move in right away. I never thought I'd end up moving like this, but once I got to my new place, I really liked it. The room was even better than I expected. As I was getting used to my new life, I checked my phone and saw that my mom and sister had called me several times. I had a voicemail saying, "Come to our house right now." I figured they'd call, but I didn't expect so many calls. I knew if I ignored them, they might show up at my work, so I decided to stop by my mom's house on my way home. When I opened the door, Mom and Selena were waiting for me, looking very angry. They said, "What's going on? The house is empty. Where are the refrigerator and toaster? We need them back." I calmly replied, "They're at my new place." "What do you mean? Don't take them without permission." Mom and Selena insisted, "Give them back now." I said, "Why? I bought all the furniture and appliances myself. I'm moving out, so I'm taking my stuff with me." Selena was furious and said, "That doesn't matter. Those things were here from the beginning." I couldn't help but laugh at their reaction. Selena snapped, "What's so funny?" I said, "I just thought you might be misunderstanding. All the furniture and appliances were bought with my own money. Do you understand?" Mom and Selena were not pleased, especially since they had no money in their bank account and couldn't use Mom's credit card. They had borrowed money to pay for a trip, so they were really angry. "Oh really? So you took all the money from the bank, didn't you?" "Of course, because it was my money. What's wrong with taking it all?" I teased my sister a bit, and she got really angry. She shouted, "Don't mess with me." She was getting closer to me, her face turning red as she yelled, "Give the money back. That big book should have had Dad's insurance money." "What are you talking about? It's not in there." "No way, when I was here before, there was a lot of money in that book." "That was just me adding some of my income each month. It's been building up over time." "What about Dad's insurance money?" "That's gone. Mom spent it all a long time ago." When I said this, my sister looked at Mom, who quickly turned away, looking guilty. "Wait a minute, Mom, is that true?" "Well, that's—" My sister, upset, shouted at Mom, "What's going on? I came back thinking Dad's insurance money was here." Trying to calm down Selena, Mom mumbled, "Calm down." "How can I calm down? It's your fault for spending Dad's money." "What are you going to do about it?" "I thought we could live together again." "You came back to live with me? Are you kidding? I only came back to pay off my debt." "Debt?" From their conversation, I learned that Selena and her husband had gotten into gambling and racked up a lot of debt. They were trying to pay off their debts by gambling more. Selena's husband lost his job due to company restructuring, and they were deep in debt. They came back to this house hoping to find Dad's insurance money. Mom, not realizing she was being used by Selena, had kicked me out on the spur of the moment. "Now you understand, right? There's no more insurance money. All that's left is the mortgage. I'm leaving now, and you'll have to pay off the rest of the mortgage." Here's the story segment rewritten in simpler terms. Unexpectedly, my sister ran up to me, crying. She said, "Wait, sis. My husband and I have so much debt. We can't pay it off. Please don't leave us." I told her, "That's not my problem. You wanted to live with Mom, didn't you? I didn't know this was happening." My sister begged me, "Emily, please stay here. Don't go." I pushed them away and said, "I've supported you, Mom, and paid the mortgage all my life, but you always favored Selena. When she came back, you told me to leave. She's not a sweet little sister, she's a leech. I'm never coming back to this house." With that, I left. Mom and Selena tried to hold on to me until the end, but I had no reason to stay. A month has passed since then. Mom and Selena, desperate, started working part-time jobs. Even with that, they couldn't make enough money. They ended up selling the family home and moving to a cheap apartment where they argued every day. Selena complained to Mom, "It's your fault. You kicked Emily out, and now we're struggling. She could have helped us." Mom replied, "I wanted to make room for you. But now you're saying you needed her money all along. You only wanted her for her money. Get out of here if you don't like it." They struggled to make ends meet and couldn't even buy new clothes. They couldn't get along and kept fighting. As for me, I'm thriving in my new company housing. My commute is shorter, giving me more free time. Being kicked out was shocking, but now I feel grateful. I'm focusing on my own happiness and enjoying my life.